doing, sir?
Sorry?
What are you doing, sir?
Oh, there's no need to shout.
I've asked you 10 times now.
Oh, it wasn't 10.
What are you doing?
I think it was about 5.
Okay, about 5 then. So
Yeah,
what do
yeah,
you do? Can you
yeah.
answer the question then?
No.
Right, you're not going to answer. Okay.
Who are you, by the way?
I'm a police officer. I
Are
work
you?
here.
What is this then? Are you phoning 999?
Yeah, I am.
Are you joking?
You can hear this all right then?
I can hear you talking, but why are you phoning 999? It's not an emergency. Is it an emergency? Are you phoning because there's an emergency? Where's the emergency?
Recording the building, so I just need a youthful
Where's the emergency?
assist.
What is this place?
Let me remind what that is, mate.
I'm not your mate. I keep on telling you, moron. Stop calling me your mate.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Never you mind what that is.
Foxtrot Oscar, on your way. Get off the phone. Oh look, and they come with blues and twos as well.
I'm based here.
Yes.
And what's happened is I've caught this chap. He's looking over with his phone, recording the police building here. Where you got?
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Get lost. I can move and do whatever I want to do. Well then, move yourself. I don't need to talk to these officers. No, off.
The moment the officer steps off his bike, he immediately starts questioning Yardley as though something serious has happened. Yardley chooses not to answer his questions, and that alone does not mean he has committed an offense. Instead of calmly assessing the situation, the officer quickly escalates by calling 999. Think about how extreme that response is. There is no obvious threat, no reported crime, and no weapon. Yardley is simply standing in a public place with a camera. A more professional response would have been to assess what was actually happening before treating the situation like an emergency. Instead, the officer appears to turn a simple disagreement into a much bigger incident.
Don't need to go over there. Don't tell me what to do. You need to go.
You don't need to go, sir.
Yeah, you do.
Why do we need to go?
Because I'm not doing anything wrong, and there's no need for you to be here.
I'm not stopping you from recording.
Well then, so go. Are you recording me?
Yes, we are, sir.
Then why aren't you telling me?
Huh?
Why aren't you telling me you're recording me? No, why aren't you telling me? Why do I have to prompt you to tell me?
Sorry, sir?
Why do I have to prompt you to tell me? Do your job.
Well, you can see that we've got...
No, I can't see that. How do you know I can see that? The sun's in my eyes. I can't
sir,
see
we
it.
are recording.
All right, next time tell me straight away, all right? You need to tell them idiots inside that I can be out here and film. Yeah, so why didn't you tell him? Go and get him. He's wasted police time. Go and tell him he's been wasting police time. It's not an emergency.
Sir, with all due respect,
This is not an emergency.
You're talking about
It's not an emergency.
We have to come here, so you're wasting...
Why? Because no, I'm not wasting your time.
Equally.
Shut up.
You are.
I'm not wasting your time. Did I call you?
Huh?
Did I call you?
No, you didn't.
Well then, so don't tell me what I'm doing. Tell him what he's doing.
Yardley didn't call the police, ask for assistance, or create an emergency. The other officer did, though blaming Yardley for the officer's time being used doesn't really make sense. The police chose to respond after their colleague made the call. That's why Yardley asks the simple question, "Did I call you?" The officer's quiet "no" is an important moment. IT confirms that Yardley was not the person who requested the response. The officers were there because their colleague had called for assistance. Instead of questioning why the original call was made, the officers appear to shift the focus onto Yardley and suggest that he was somehow responsible for the situation.
You're talking about... my
Go and tell him then. Go and tell him he's wasting your time. Go and tell him he's wasting your time. Don't tell me. I didn't call you. I didn't want you here.
fine.
Well then, go and tell him.
Well, we have to be here.
Don't tell me what I'm doing when I'm doing something lawful.
Get out of the road, sir.
Are you going to get out the road? You're in the road
I am
as
gonna
well.
get out with you, sir.
Okay, don't come with me. I don't want you with me. No, I'm not going to go over there and have a chat with you. I'm going to be here and have a chat. Let me just ask you a really straight question. Why didn't you tell him at the first opportunity that I'm okay to be filming, and why did he phone 999? Why didn't you ask him?
So he's entitled to call police. Just like
You're
everybody
kidding.
else. Just
For a
like you are,
non-emergency.
like somebody else.
For a non-emergency.
Did he call 999 or did he...
He did call 999. He did.
I don't know.
Well, I know.
I wouldn't be able to tell you, sir.
Well, he did call 999. So go and find him and tell him that he's been wasting... Listen, if I was doing that and I phoned 999, right, and it was for a non-emergency, you'd tell me that I was wasting police time.
Yardley then asks an obvious question. Why didn't you challenge the officer who called 999? The backup officer responds that the officer was entitled to call the police. Just like anyone else, that's true in general. People can contact the police when they believe assistance is needed. But the important question is whether the circumstances actually justified an emergency response. If someone calls 999 simply because a person is filming and makes them uncomfortable, that does not automatically make the situation an emergency. This is what makes the exchange so important. Instead of examining whether the original call was appropriate, the officers seem more interested in defending their colleague's decision.
Correct or not?
I would have personally known.
Oh, so you don't mind anybody phoning random phoning 999?
No, there's obviously
999 is therefore when you need it in an emergency.
But it was an emergency. No. So why did he just walk off then?
He walked off to continue with his.
Why didn't he cancel it? Why didn't he turn around and say, oh, so, and then what did he expect you guys to do when he's not here? It's his emergency. So what is his emergency then? What is his emergency? Have you found out?
Sorry, sir?
Have you found out what his emergency
we
is?
were told that there
No.
was
I'm asking you if you found out his emergency. Because you haven't. Because you're just on me.
Let me talk, sir.
Go on then.
Okay, you said what was the emergency? Like I've said, our control room has informed us that there was an officer here, and there was somebody filming. They didn't know who.
Yeah.
That's why we've come down, and he needed assistance. That's why we've come here, as you can see, with our lights on, in an emergency, because our colleague needed assistance.
Hold on, so I'm going to laugh at
That's
this.
what we were told.
You're telling me that somebody said to your controller that somebody was filming them, and it's an emergency to get here.
The officer then explains that they arrived with full sirens because control told them an officer was with someone filming and that they didn't know who he was. But that explanation raises even more questions. Being unsure about someone's identity does not, by itself, sound like an emergency. The response appears to have been triggered by uncertainty rather than any clearly identified threat. Yardley laughs because the explanation sounds excessive compared with what was actually happening. The bigger issue is proportionality. Police resources and emergency responses should be based on the circumstances and the level of risk involved. Here, the footage appears to show a situation that could have been handled calmly without turning it into an emergency response.
Is that what you're telling me?
We will be leaving shortly, sir.
And you're going to go and find him?
Is there anything I can help you with?
Yes, I'd like you to find him and let him know that he shouldn't be phoning 999 if it's not an emergency.
Did you get his shoulder number?
No,
warrant number?
I didn't.
Did you ask him?
What? Ask him what?
Ask him for his warrant number or shoulder
Do I know that he's a police officer?
Okay. Did he show you his badge?
No.
He didn't?
No, so I'd like to go and find that, please.
All right.
I'd like to know who that guy was, because as far as I'm concerned, technically he was detaining me. Yeah? Did you see when he went out and he put his arms up like that? That was...
I didn't.
What do you mean you didn't? I went round there and you were standing there. I've got this on camera.
I was talking to you.
Yeah, but didn't you see his actions?
I said that he wasn't detained.
Oh, no. I didn't say you. I said him. If he's identifying himself as a police officer and he said he's calling a unit and I start to walk off like I did and he put his arms out and he said no. Yeah, that's a form of detainment and that's infringing on my human rights.
A key issue now is whether Yardley was actually prevented from leaving. A detention does not necessarily require handcuffs or an officer literally saying, "You are detained." The important question is whether the officer's actions restricted his freedom to leave. If an officer physically blocks someone's path, uses their position to prevent them from leaving, or otherwise makes it clear that the person is not free to go, that can be significant when assessing whether a detention has taken place. Yardley appears to have footage showing the interaction. So the question can be examined from the video, rather than simply relying on the officer's version.
He's looking over with his phone, recording the police building him either.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Get lost. I can move and do whatever I want to do.
The alleged restriction happened directly in front of the other officer, and the camera appears to capture the interaction clearly. What's more concerning is the response when the backup officer claims not to have seen what happened. If the footage clearly shows an officer preventing Yardley from leaving, simply denying that it happened does not resolve the issue. The important point is that detention is about what actually happened to a person's freedom of movement, not whether another officer chooses to acknowledge it. The footage therefore becomes crucial because it allows the events to be examined objectively.
We're just going to get his details.
Okay, yeah, find these details, because you can't be doing that. You can't turn up for somebody in a non-emergency situation and then just walk off.
Want me to write it down for him?
Say again?
Want me to write his details?
Yes, please.
Gentleman that you were speaking to outside.
It wasn't a gentleman.
Okay, my colleague that you were speaking to. Is that better?
I don't care who he was. Not to me, he wasn't a gentleman.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah, there's loads of worries. You can't keep on telling me no worries.
Put that away, Okay, sir. We will be leaving. If I could ask you kindly,
Yeah.
just please just stay out of the road. Because obviously I don't want to get hurt.
Stop. No directives.
No.
No directive. No directive. I'm not listening. Come on. Don't stop giving me directives. Stop giving me directives. Stop telling me what I can and want. No. Stop telling me what you want me to do. I'll do what I want to do.
You can do what
Okay?
you want,
Well
but
then,
I'm
so
giving-
stop telling me. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear what you got to say. I don't want to hear. No, I'm standing in the road.
That's fine. It's up to
Well
you,
then,
sir.
so stop telling me things.
Thank you very much.
Off you go. You're dismissed. Foxtrot Oscar. Driver shame.
Okay.
You're coming in with emergency lights for a man that's
Have a good day,
filming.
sir.
You have a good day. Lights are off.
The most interesting part of this encounter is that Yardley didn't need to do anything dramatic. He simply stood there, remained calm, and kept asking questions while the officers explained their own actions. From the moment the backup arrived with emergency sirens for a man holding a camera, the situation became increasingly difficult for the officers to justify. Yardley kept asking straightforward questions. Why was this treated as an emergency? Why wasn't the original 999 call questioned? Those questions put the officers in a difficult position because their answers had to explain why such a serious response had been necessary. The bigger lesson here is that good policing depends on judgment, proportionality, and clear communication. Officers should understand the difference between a genuine emergency and a situation that simply makes someone uncomfortable. Call handlers and supervisors also have an important role in making sure emergency resources are used appropriately. Yardley didn't need to provoke the officers. He simply recorded what happened and asked questions about their decisions. And sometimes, that's enough to expose the weaknesses in an encounter. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me continue with my independent coverage. Also, don't forget to check out Yardley Ski. His channel is linked in the description, so show him some love. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.